Right, so this month's inspiration, it's quite warm outside, so the thoughts of a nice sort of stream running through a riverbank I thought would be quite nice. So we're going to be doing a stream with foliage. So it's going to be summertime, so we're going to have lots of foliage in here. So I've done a pencil mark, roughly sketched where the river is going to be. So this is sort of where the river's going to be. And we're going to have some big stones in here, which is quite nice, and sort of mossy colours. Reflections coming down here. We're going to keep lots of light hopefully in here, and also some light in here. What I'm thinking of doing is doing a little bit of splattering with some yellows and greens to start with, to get some foliage, and spraying them. I've put some masking fluid on, so I've put the masking fluid on here, coming round around to this rock here, just a little bit round this little section here, around this rock, and then running through to here. So hopefully it'll all make sense when it starts to pull together. So what I'm going to concentrate first of all, I'm not going to put any sky in as yet. I don't think I'm going to put any sky in this picture. I'm going to leave it light. I'm going to first of all do some splattering into this back. So starting, and I'm just going to get some scrap pieces of paper just to put down where I don't want the splattering to be, because you can guarantee it'll happen where you really don't want it. And I want to just keep a little bit of light into there. So you could actually just tear this into a little shape, so it's not that corner, just in case. Let's see anyway. Right, so get me a little palette knife, and I've just noticed I've got some Viridian on me hand. Good start. Colours, I've been practicing as well, just sort of thinking about what colours to use. So just trying out some of the different greens. So this is Viridian, nearly by itself with just a little bit of Aurelian in. And I thought it was looking just a little bit too green for the trees. And then I've added some Indian gold into the Viridian along here, and then a little bit of indigo as well into the Aurelian, just to sort of see, and then a little bit of Phthalo blue, or it's Windsor blue. Windsor and Phthalo blue are the same blue. And then I've just got a pencil, watercolour pencil, just to sort of think, oh, could I do little marks with that? So that was just what that's about. So I'm getting me palette knife, and I'm going to put some Aurelian yellow on the end of the palette knife, fairly strongish, and then I'm just going to splatter. Oop, that's a big one, probably at least where I want it. Right, and then I'm just going to give it a little, tell you what, I'm just going to get some green as well, just before. So just putting a little bit of just a touch of that Viridian on as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this water spray on here. So just a little water spray, picked up this from Boots. Just give it a little spray. Get rid of this. I think we might just get rid of, let's just get rid of this little blob. Right, so we've got a little bit of colour in here, which is going to be quite nice. And what I want to do, I'm going to just put a little bit of masking tape down onto here because I want to keep this nice and light. I suppose I could have done that before. Right, and then just going to get this little brush, just with a little bit of the green. So painting that little bit of bank inside there, nice and pale. So this is for the very, very faint background. And just getting a little bit of, maybe a little bit of cobalt blue. And the light is coming from this direction. So I've got an arrow at this side. So this is the background, which I want to keep really pale. And it'll, by keeping it pale, we'll give it distance. So just a little bit more of this cobalt blue. So this is just cobalt blue. I'm just using a small brush. So just doing lots of little tiny little lines just to start with, and then I'm going to just do a little tiny bit more splattering just there. So again with the yellow, maybe a touch of that viridian, just a little bit. Needs a touch more water on it. And then I'm going to give it a spray. Sometimes it makes, why you might think, why are you doing that? Well, it can make some quite nice shapes that are very difficult to make with a brush. And especially for the background, when it just needs to be nice and pale. So just maybe add just a few on here maybe. And the give that a little wash, just put a bit more blue on there, a little bit of cobalt blue. This is all about just trying out different ideas. You know, I could easily have sponged some of that, which could be quite nice, but just sort of thought it'd be quite nice to do it quite free. So I just want a little bit in there. Another little spray. Right, and just need to just soften that a touch. Get a little bit more blue into this little bit here, because I'm going to do this quite nice and bright. So this is to keep it nice and pale. Let's do a little bit of this blue on here. Let's see if it it's all about having fun. Right, so I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to come back and put some more in.